Okay, before I gavel the meeting, I just want to read one announcement. The Family Promise application will not be heard tonight. It will be adjourned to our meeting, our next meeting, where we will announce where it'll be heard on September 13th. The board will announce on next meeting on the 23rd of August where the meeting will be on the 13th of September. We will try to make sure that we can provide online as well as in addition to in person. We're working on that. Again, the Family Promise matter will not be heard this evening. It will be carried to a future meeting. The applicant's attorney unfortunately is ill and is unable to be here. So you are more than welcome to stay for the balance of our planning board meeting. But Family Promise will not be discussed tonight. All right, so with that, I am going to call this meeting to order. All right. This is the Tuesday, August 9th, 2022 regular meeting of the Flemington Borough Planning Board. The meeting is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act. So that equipment electronic notice of this meeting has been provided by way of publication in the Hunterdon County Democrat newspaper on or about August 4th, 2022. The additional notice of the meeting was posted on the Board of Borough of Flemington Municipal Building located at 38 Park Avenue and any handicap accessible entrances thereto. Posted on the municipal website, provided to the municipal clerk, and distributed to all persons if any requesting copies of the same. This meeting is being recorded with both audio and video and may be rebroadcast. This meeting is a judicial proceeding, and any questions or comments must be limited to the issues that are relevant to what the board may legally consider in reaching a decision. And decorum appropriate to a judicial hearing must be maintained at all times. Let's everyone please rise as you are able for the flag salute. We do have a flag over. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the roll, please. Mr. Campion, are you here?
Here.
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 Here. Here.
Here. Mr. Hill. Mr. Levitt.
Here.
Ms. Kaczynski. Here. Mr. Clariford.
Here.
And Ms. McManus and Mr. Kaufman.
Thank you. Item 1 on the agenda is always a period for public comment for items not currently in front of the board. Does any member of the public wish to make a comment? Okay, seeing none, we'll move to item 2, mayor comments.
Just very briefly, I expect that the next council meeting, which would be the 23rd, 27th, on the Monday, 2 weeks, yes. We'll see a presentation from the potential redeveloper for the Mill Camp property. You may know it as the property that has a cardboard mural on it. And most likely designation resolution will be considered that evening for the developer, Cardinal Capital Management. They're out of Madison, Wisconsin. They do a lot of really great stuff. It'll be a mixed use as a plan right now. So that will be coming up. And that is all I have. Oh, also there's you're a borough homeowner and you own your residence and you occupy that residence. Habitat for Humanity Raritan Valley has some grant money available, as well as the labor that is required if you need to do some fix up on your home and don't charge you low income homeowners. So you can find that information on the borough website as well as how to apply.
Thank you, Mayor. Council comments, Mr. Parker.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Only one thing, which is a big thing, we did approve the bond for the 200 main for the new police station. Really happy to do that. I did a tour of Flemington Borough with Kathy on last week, and when I walked into the police station, I was just devastating. It was just something that just had to happen. Risky that there could be things like that. So really happy that we get that done. Plus, there's a welfare team that is also a plus, and thanks for the so.
Thank you. I do not see our HPC chair. I don't think there's anything we've seen this last 2 weeks. We've received it.
No.
Okay, great. Item 5 on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the July 26, 2022 meeting. I get a motion, second on minutes.
Driver will.
Engelberg, second.
Ellie?
Haber,
Yes.
Mrs. Engelberg,
Yes.
Parker. Campbell,
Abstain.
Johnson,
I wasn't present, abstain.
Abstain.
Buddy,
Yes.
Weiser, yes. Mrs. Smith,
Yes.
Thank you. Item 6 on the agenda this evening is Resolution 2022-07, Captiva Main Street LLC, Block 5, Lots 1 and 2. This was approval granted at a prior meeting. We now have a resolution memorializing the approvals with conditions that were imposed. Carrie, you want to introduce that? And I think if we could.
I'm gonna play it, Karen.
Maybe squad time.
Okay, Mr. Chair, just two minor comments. Condition number 9 on page 14, we're going to remove the reference to exhibit PB8. And condition number 36 on page 17 will be removed because that is a duplicate of, I believe it is condition number 42 on that same page. Other than that, everything remains as is.
Okay, thank you, Kara. I need a motion and seconds to adopt the resolution. And again, those who are eligible to vote are those who voted on the application.
Driver will.
Budney seconds. Any further discussion? It's all the way back to 2014. It's all the way back to 2014.
Karen, can you go over again those eligible to vote?
Yes, so we have, it's actually at the end of the resolution. Driver, Joshua, Engelhardt, Budney, Campion, Weitzman, Hill, and Levin.
What page is that?
Page 19.
Any other discussion or questions? Okay, Eileen?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
Mrs. Engelberg, yes. Campbell,
Yes.
Mrs. Weiser, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Levin.
Yes.
And Mr. Hill.
Mr. Hill is not
here. Yep.
All right, thank you. Item 7 on the agenda this evening is a completeness determination for an amendment to the approved site plan for Flemington Center Urban Renewal LLC, also known as the Union Hotel redevelopment. Maybe we can move that microphone over for Mr. Lance. Feel free to sit at the table if you like. Mr. Chairman, Mayor Driver, members of the board, my name is John Lorenzo. I have the privilege of representing Flemington Center Urban Renewal.
Mr. Lance, could you just like raise up that microphone and talk into it? That right here, I can barely hear it.
When you pull it, if you want, it's fine. Yeah, that one.
Thank you.
Working? It's working now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want me to bring the table?
Thank you. This is the purpose of our application, is to revise the approved site plan to include a porch area at the area of 78 Main Street
this application follows the approval that revised the development plan that allows this particular item. Mr. Clerico has done his usual detailed review of the application, requesting a number of waivers, primarily waivers related to the application that was previously approved. And I understand Mr. Clerico is recommending that all the waivers be granted through a temporary waiver regarding our city. That, I'll turn it back to the board for any questions. I also have on virtual our engineers, any technical questions.
Yeah, I see Mr. Campbell's here on the Zoom. So, Mr. Clerico, the recommendation is to deem it complete with the waivers that were granted that are listed.
Correct. That's my report, August. It basically falls into three categories of documentation that's part of the original record, wasn't resupplied as part of this amended application. Items that were waived as part of the original application, they're asking again. Temporary waiver, which were the mounted records and detailed exhibits of the actual change. I did note, some clarification as to if the porch is the only thing on this plan. It's reviewing plans contained with this application, the ones I have from the original application. Seems there were some changes within the internal, within the hotel itself. So if there's anything else that we're going to be seeking either way as part of this amendment, we need to better identify.
Yes, I'd like to turn that over to our engineers to respond to that question.
Okay.
If you heard it.
So I'm going to promote Mr. Cahill to panelists. Keith, if you can just click on that in Zoom, and then you should be able. So Keith, did you hear the question?
I can't, the sound is poor. I can't hear it if you're talking to Keith.
Okay, so we're gonna give Mr. Clerico a microphone, and he's gonna re-ask the question, and hopefully you can hear it.
Yes, so the question was that the waivers fall into three categories of items that were provided as part of the original application, but not being duplicated as part of
You're not being able to hear
It's mumbled.
it? Okay, so I'm gonna give you the microphone. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Hopefully this will be a little bit better. Okay, so there were waivers in three categories: permanent waivers, partial waivers, and the temporary waiver. The question Mr. Clerico had was, outside of the porch area, are there any other changes to what is being proposed? There was some observation that there was something internal, some room layout, conference rooms, and stuff like that looks different than from the original plans. And if you could provide some clarification on that.
Yeah, so relative to, I'll say the site plan portion of the building, what changed was within the plaza area and the porch is identified. The main reason why we're coming back and the amendment to the redevelopment plan. Along the way, we've also addressed Mr. Clerico's questions relative to some of the other technical items. So those changes were done, but would be consistent. And I would say to the board members, pipes, ADA slopes, things like that aren't going to be noticeable to anybody else. In regards to the building, I know the architect has worked with the hotel vendor to adjust rooms and things to that nature. However, from a scale, magnitude of number of units and size of the actual buildings, they have not changed. So have walls and things, I will let the architect speak to that directly during our presentation to the board, but there's no physical changes externally, will I say, that created changes other than the reason why we're back, which was related to the patio modifications. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and this is only complete support. I have any questions, I'll talk directly to the architect.
Right. Okay, so Mr. Clerk would say if he's got questions, just move forward, stick with the architect, and obviously the architect will be part of the presentation as it moves forward.
We anticipate it, so yeah.
Okay. Good, all right. So what we are looking for is, what I'm looking for is a motion to deem this amended site plan complete with permanent waivers from checklist items 22, 48, 49, 52, 68, partial waivers for items 42 and 44, and a temporary waiver for item 65, which has to be exhibits for the meeting. So can I get a motion and a second on that? I'll move.
Engelhardt, second.
Is there any further discussion on this? Okay, seeing none, we'll call roll.
Just a quick question, Kara. Are there any other board members that will be refused for this application or is everyone?
There's not, litigation's been concluded, so there's no ongoing, continued conflicts that remain. We all, if there's anyone else that feels that they have any conflict, they can comment at the very beginning, but is there anybody here who feels that they have any personal or pecuniary interest in this application as it stands today? Or any other reason why they feel that they cannot render an unbiased opinion with regard to the application?
Carol, I'll be recusing myself.
Thank you, Tom. Anybody else?
Yes.
Yes. Mayor Driver?
Yes.
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 Yes. Mr. Webb?
Thank you.
Thank you. Chairman, thank you.
When,
Item 8 on our published agenda this evening is the continuation of the public hearing for Family Promise of Hunterdon County, Block 19, Lot 7 and 8, 8 New York Avenue, continued from June 14th, July 12th, and July 26th, 2022. Again, let me just say for the record, this matter will not be heard tonight. It will be adjourned until the August 23rd meeting at Borough Hall at 7 p.m. At that meeting, the application will be further adjourned to the meeting of September 13th, regular board meeting, and the board will announce at our meeting on the 23rd of August the time and location of our where that meeting will be happening. We will continue to make all efforts to provide virtual access to meetings. However, if technical difficulties arise prior to or during any meeting and such access cannot be provided, the board will continue to hold the meeting in person. Just wanted everybody to hear that. So again, we will not be hearing Family Promise this evening. It is being carried forward to our next meeting. No further notice.
Right.
I got all that?
You got it all?
All right. Thank you.
For the record, should we give Mr. Hill,
Fine now.
Yes, Mr. Hill at 7:19 has joined us. Thank you. All right. Item 9 is chair items. Our next meeting is August 23rd, 2022. I will say that, as previously announced, our attorney will be on vacation. Her associate is unable to cover, and we will not be having any substantive business items on that meeting. We will absolutely have our meeting at Borough Hall. We will announce where the Family Promise application will be continued until, but I don't have any other business that we're going to have at that meeting.
Dennis?
Yeah.
We do have the application for the Dolce.
And I was asking, is there any way that can be pushed one week back?
I had spoken to Kara about possibly reaching out to the applicant to see whether they prefer to be pushed back or not. I didn't want to hold up any, hold up any applications. So did you get into them since we spoke?
I did not, and off the top of my head, without discussing the application too much, I'm not sure what from a completeness perspective, they may be outstanding. So if the board likes, I can certainly reach out to the applicant to find out what they'd like to do. a maybe.
Okay, so,
That's a maybe.
that's a maybe, so we might have that in this determination. But other than that, I don't think there's any other agenda items for that. Okay. I don't have any other chair items.
I only have one, and that is, I know I've been pushing this a lot, but for all the board members that didn't get to go to the electric vehicle municipal ordinance writing, Meriden has now released those two breakfast talks on their website from March 11th and from June 28th. So if you didn't get a chance to watch those, it'd be great if we could take a minute to do that in your spare time.
Any bills? I didn't see anything. No bills. Professional reports. Karen?
Eileen, if we could just check to see what Family Promise needs by way of extension.
We have to the end of, I will check it, but I'm not pretty sure we have to the end of September.
End of September, okay, great, thanks.
Bob,
other reports.
No, Bob, you have anything?
No, I was just gonna ask, when do you anticipate the hotel event for here?
It's gonna be the 13th or in September, so we're not, we do have, the 13th and then the 20th. So, I know in prior, conversations with the applicant's attorney that he had requested the ninth, or the, I'm sorry, the 13th. But I think that's,
Understand that we're going to be carrying Family Promise to the 9th, and so, and so 13th, excuse me, and so they will not be, there's no way that they're going to be heard that night, so why don't you reach out to them and let them know? Okay. Good. Karen, you need to go to executive session.
Do not.
The agenda items have been completed. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Legal part, to adjourn.
11 seconds.
All in favor? Thank you all.